Welcome to Julie the Thrifty Designer. Today I thought I'd show you my garden. Unfortunately, it's full of weeds, and I'm just not really allowed to do any pulling of stuff, and it just hurts to do so on top of that. But I wanted to show you my tranquil space. I mean, my porch is a mess and everything, but I like to sit there and get some sun and listen to my water here on my pond. And I do have fish in there, but right now they must be hiding. And then I have my jungle here I'm going through, and I'll tell you about that in a moment. But I wanted to show you my idea here. Okay, this is actually artificial fake flowers from the Dollar Tree. In my hanging pots, I use the artificial flowers. I have gone the route of beautiful real flowers many times, and I either overwater them or underwater them. And halfway through the season, they die on me. And I just spend a lot of money for nothing, is what it feels like. So one day I decided to just put some artificial flowers out. And I try to pick out ones that look as realistic as possible. And this right here, I will put it away come winter, and I'll bring it out again in the spring. I usually can get about 3 years on one purchase from the dollar store, from them being sun bleached and all that. But I'm spending for this pot less than I would brand or fresh real flowers that's going to die in one season and before they're prime because of how bad I am at taking care of them. You know, I plant them in the ground, and that's different. They have growing room and they get watered better, or God waters them, and things in my garden grow nicer. But in the hanging pots, I've just never had good luck with them. So this way I always have beautiful flowers. And it seriously is just the Dollar Tree flowers. And from a distance, you really cannot tell that they're artificial. And you might get up close and go, oh yeah, you can tell they are. But from a distance, I think they look pretty. Now I have what most of y'all think is weeds growing right here. This is dock. And believe it or not, it is very healthy for you. You pick these leaves and you can make salad out of them. And they're slightly bitter, but they're really healthy for you. So I use them for salad, and I just munch on them and enjoy them. And right now it's the time of year for them to grow to seed. And these seeds will start turning brown when they are at their ripe or finished. And you can harvest the seeds and put them in your blender and grind them up to a powder, and you have a flour substitute that is gluten-free and that is quite healthy for you. And it would make you it's tasty. It's kind of a nutty flavor. So I'm just letting it grow. And yes, it's in the way of my walkway. I have a bench here, and this is where God planted it, so I'm just letting it grow. And then over on this side, I have my rhubarb. And they claim you're supposed to cut back the flowers. Well, 2 years ago, I did just what they said, and my plant just seemed to be puny feeling for the rest of the season. And I've always let them grow just because they're pretty flowers. Now, they smell horrible, but they're pretty. And so I just let them grow. My bush is huge. And I love how it looks. But I haven't done a lot of planting this year. I've got weeds growing, but that's just kind of the way they go. My roses, before too long, should start blooming out. I mean, it's June 4th. And we've had a very late spring this year. We're finally getting spring. Oh, and then my irises. This particular brand, kind, I don't know what they're called, but they are the sweetest smelling ones. I wish I could give you the smell of it. Because they are amazing on how they smell. The ones over there, my orange colored or yellowish colored ones, they don't smell as good. Or the deep purple ones over there, they don't smell as well. But boy, this one's, oh, they're so sweet. And then I have my chives, which is gone to flower, which I think are the prettiest flowers. And I cook with those. And in fact, I'll take the dock leaf and I will take some of my chives, and then I'll take dandelion leaves and make myself, I call it my little veggie burrito, wild veggie burrito. I have one like once a day, and it's just a good tonic. It helps to cleanse your liver. So it's really, really healthy for you. So in my garden, the purple flowers over here, right here, these ones, is called Nepeta, or cat mint. And it is in the mint family, and you can make tea out of those. So in the midst of my flowers, I have edibles that you can eat, and they're wonderful. So, and here is another one of my pots, right here. All the fake flowers from the Dollar Tree. And it makes for a very pretty look. And yes, it's fake, but sure brings in some pretty spring look. And another one over here. I have lanterns. This side of my garden has really gotten bad. Somehow or another, the grass started growing, choking out all my plants. And I just can't get in here and dig them out. I'm just not permitted to. And so, unfortunately, my beautiful garden, I don't know what it's going to take for me to get that cleaned out. I just don't know. But this plant here is called Jupiter's Beard, and it's just beginning to open. And it is beautiful. It's like the Nepeta. It just blooms all season. And this is my third year, and I can tell this year it is going crazy. I love it. It's beautiful. And my mother-in-law gave me this angel. And she just sits here proudly. And she also gave me this beautiful old pot for my old world look. And in here, I truly have mint. And I love it because I make ice cream using my mint. Or you can make tea. And it's wonderful. And then I had a rose bush that went wild on me. So it now does June red roses. And it's amazingly gorgeous. And then I have my pots over here. I have not planted anything in them. So what's growing in them, God planted. I'm not sure what that flower or weed is, but I do know, I recognize it, and it is edible, but I don't remember what it is. I would have to look that one up again. Again, sorry about all my weeds in my garden here. And normally, my big pot here, I plant a tomato bush. Our weather has been so sporadic this year, I just haven't done it. I think I now can plant it, but usually it's Mother's Day and it's past it, and I think we're finally to the point where I can plant it. So I may do so. And then those are called pinks, and they bloom every year for, in the springtime. They are gorgeous. And then I have another, I had a gazing ball, but we had hail come through and it broke the ball, so I've just not done anything more with it. It's just the way it is. Then I have a bench and pots over here. And over here I have, I don't think you can see much of it. It's still blooming, ready to start leafing out. It's still small. But that is Grape Arbor, which is going to give me some wonderful grapes. Last year it did. A few, because it was my second or third year on it. Got it for my Mother's Day as a gift from my kids one year. It's wonderful. And then this also was just a beautiful climbing rose. And so we have to keep it trimmed back. And it does climb. It was beautiful pink. But it also went wild on me. So I just get these beautiful red roses in the spring, which should be coming up pretty soon. And then I have whatever this is growing. I haven't figured out what these are. They look a little bit like Nepeta, but they have white flowers. But they're not the same thing, so I don't really know. and they're just growing up wild. Then out here I have the Russian sage. I think that's what it's called. And so it's kind of a pretty little pot area, but of course I haven't got it weeded and cleaned up like I should. And I do have, I see, we did try to pull some weeds and it got left there instead of thrown away. That there is hollyhocks. Did you know hollyhocks are edible also? Didn't know that. I was looking up edibles, gardens, weeds and things, and that is actually edible. That's amazing, the foods. And these guys moved themselves because they were crowded out of the garden. I forgot what these are called. Purple salvia, that's what they are. And that one there. They used to be right in there, but I guess all the grass just moved them out into the rocks. But they seem to be thriving, so I'm leaving them alone. But this is just a video of my front yard. I wish it was cleaned up and absolutely made beautiful and amazing. And maybe one of these times we can get after it. Because nobody has time, and I physically cannot do it. So I sit here looking at the beautiful flowers despite all the weeds. But listening to my pond here bubble. And the birds sing is just amazing. So anyway, I hope you could enjoy my little video. It's just meant for a moment to be peaceful and to give you an idea of use artificial flowers in your pots if you can't keep them alive like me. Just my Dollar Tree tip for you. So have a wonderful spring and summer. Get out and enjoy the weather. Walk barefoot in the grass. It's good for you. And get out and see the wonder of what God has made. God bless and take care till we meet again on another video, which I don't know when it will be, but take care. God bless.